Ask Lou is sponsored by Train. Train keeps you warm in the winter and cool when it's hot. Year in, year out, using less energy. It heats, cools, and cleans the air efficiently because with a Train home, everything is just right.
Hi Lou, I'm Nish from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we've been in our house since 1995, and since then we've had 8 leaks from our bathrooms. I was wondering if we should have a plumber look at all the different bathrooms for possible leaks that could happen in the future, or should I just wait for the next leak to happen?
Well, if you're having chronic issues with this, it sounds like the plumber that originally did the work didn't know what they were doing. And I would tell you to find a good licensed plumber in your area and hire them to come out and inspect all the piping. The reason is, if they didn't make these joints and connections properly and it continues to happen, you could have a huge problem on your hands that could cost tens of thousands of dollars. Because imagine, you go on vacation or you're out of town for a few days and a leak occurs. The damage could be spectacular. So spend the money now to get it inspected so you can fix it the right way and avoid bigger problems down the line. Alan writes to our website, I recently purchased a home and had an energy audit performed. The audit found that there was inadequate insulation in some of the rooms. The problem I have is that I need to add insulation, but I don't want to have to redo my walls, mainly because I just spent a great deal of money repainting most of the house. Any ideas? Ooh, Alan, you're going to like this answer. You do not have to go from the inside. You can do it from the outside with Aircrete foam Solation. This is a cementitious insulation where they drill holes on the outside in and they fill the void up to give you R values of up to R20, and it won't burn, it doesn't attract rodents, and it's mildew and mold proof. If you want to learn more, go to our website, housesmartstv.com, and the keyword search is foam. Barbara from Tampa Bay writes, I was told by an HVAC repairman to pour 1 cup of bleach in my air handler. How often should I do that? Well, Barbara, the short answer is never. I'm not sure why they would make that recommendation. Now, your air handler obviously blows air through your house or your apartment to keep you cool. If you were to add bleach to that, you'd get that nice smell, but remember, it's a chemical, and taking that much bleach and circulating it through your air handler is not a good idea. I would not recommend it. If you have issues with bacteria forming on there, then I would have the HVAC contractor who knows what they're doing come out and clean it the right way. But please, don't pour any bleach into that unit. Pamela writes, a real estate person told me long ago that it's not good for a house to sit without any heat whatsoever. I can't remember why she said that. Thanks. Well, Pamela, as a general rule, you do not want to keep your home without any heat. Now, I suppose it all depends on what part of the country you live in, and there are people that have, houses up in the woods that they turn the heat off and blow out the water lines, and they say, just leave it that way, we'll get it when we come back. But a conventional home, one that you live in every day, that has plumbing and electrical and drywall or plaster and even paint on the walls, if it gets too cold, everything starts to shrink and crack. And then when you turn the heat back on, it all starts to buckle. So it creates a lot of problems. What I'd rather see you do is just turn the heat down to, say, 55 degrees. So there's some kind of temperature control when it gets really cold to keep everything looking good.